Hey everybody, so one of the things about going on vacation is coming back to a ton of mail. And lucky for me, sometimes that mail is full of books. So today I'm here to open my book mail and show you what's come in the 2 weeks that I've been gone from my house. Let's get started. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Russell with Ink and Paper Blog. How are you all doing today? I hope you're happy, I hope you're healthy, I hope you're safe, and of course I hope you're reading an amazing book or 2 or 3 or 4. Well, I am here today after being gone from my house for about 2 weeks. I am also back home. My husband and I brought my 2 nephews, so our house is much more hectic than it is usually at this time of year, but that's fine. But one of the fun things about being gone for a couple weeks was that I came back to a ginormous stack of book mail. So today I'm here to share whatever is in these packages with you. I don't know, but I hope you're as excited to find out as I am. Funny enough is all of these are pretty much from the same publisher, but come in so many different packages. That's going to be half the fun, right? Half the fun. So get out your pen, get out your paper, get out your Goodreads, however you keep track of your TBR. If you're so able, please order these books or pre-order them from your local independent bookstores. You know, they always need us now more than ever. Or if you're a library user, get your library to get you a copy as soon as possible. So not all of these are super easy to open. The first one I'm opening is this, and it says Sweet, Soft, Plenty Rhythm, a novel by Warrell. Let's see, I don't know this one off the top of my head. I have scissors, so this is going to be quite an adventure, let me tell you. Oh, look at how pretty this book is. There you go. So again, this is Sweet, Soft, Plenty Rhythm, a novel by Warrell. Oh, it came with these really cool little coasters and cards on the back. And this is out in September from Pantheon Books. And let's just see. Passion and Risk, Fathers and Daughters, Wives and Single Women, Jazz and Soul. It's 2013 and Circus Palmer, that's a fantastic name, a 40-year-old Boston-based trumpet player and old-school ladies' man, lives for his music and refuses to be tied down. Before a gig in Miami, he learns that the woman who is secretly closest to his heart, the free-spirited drummer Maggie, is pregnant by him. Instead of facing the necessary conversation, Circus flees, setting off a chain of interlocking revelations from the various women in his life. Goodness, that sounds like it's going to be a fun bit of drama with a musical background. I'm super excited. So that's again Sweet, Soft, Plenty Rhythm, a novel by Warrell, out in September from Pantheon Books. Let me see if I have an exact date. Nope, it just says September 2022 on this book. So that's a good way to start. I'm going to be throwing packages to one side and it's going to be different. The most common way I get books is in one of these things with a good old-fashioned tear across the back. So I'm pretty good at opening these. Oh, I wanted to read this one. This is Mother of Strangers by Suad Amiry, out again from Pantheon. Pantheon sent me some stuff while I'm out. This comes out in August of 2022. And this says, set in Jaffa from 1947 to 1951, this fable-like novel is a heartbreaking tale of young love during the beginning of the destruction of Palestine and the displacement of its people. I read in a review of this one that it has sort of this fantasy fable thing going on. What a great cover, by the way, which really, really interested me. So this is Mother of Strangers by Suad Amiry, out from Pantheon Books. Again, this comes out in August of 2020, which, as we can all admit, is right around the corner. Right around the corner. Okay, so I'm trying to keep myself organized. So hopefully you guys have been well. I put up a couple videos. Hopefully you had a chance to watch them while I was out. And yeah, I'm trying to get this one opened and it's not giving me... So it's another one of these. You'd think it'd be easy, Russell. It's not easy. Okay, I think this... Oh, and this, I even pulled the thing and it didn't work. Thankfully I brought scissors. Oh, goodness. So I was in Oregon for a couple of weeks. I did get to read some amazing books that I cannot wait to tell you all about. And I got to bring home nephews, so who can complain? Oh, this is actually a book that is coming out in paperback that my friend Ryan talked about in one of our videos together. And that is Bolla by Pajtim Statovci. Oh goodness, I'm so sorry. And this is out from Vintage. And this is April 1995. Erzman is a recently married student in Kosovo working toward a degree in a time and place deeply hostile to Albanians. One day he meets a young man, Milos, a Serb. Before the day is out, everything has changed for both of them, and within a week, 2 milestones erupt for Erzman. His wife announces her first pregnancy, and he begins a secret life. Ryan, if you guys go to our first book video for the our top 3 reads of 2022 so far, you will see his review much better than I just did, considering I'm pulling these books out of packages. But this is the paperback copy of Bola by Pajtim Statovci, and terrible. I am so sorry. See, I can't even practice names because I don't know what is coming as I open these packages. Then, of course, there's the good old-fashioned manila envelope. Is that what I'm thinking? These ones, depending on how I open them, sometimes I make a mess if they have something inside them, or sometimes my cat likes to tear them apart. Okay, this one is from Coach House. Oh, I read about this one right before I left. The Sleeping Car Prodigy by Suzette Mayr, again out from Coach House Books in October. The sleeping car porter brings to life an important part of Black history in North America, from the perspective of a gay man living in a culture that renders him invisible. Baxter's name isn't George, but it's 1929, and Baxter is lucky enough as a Black man to have a job as a sleeping car porter on a train that crisscrosses the country. When the passengers call him George, he has to just smile and nod and act invisible. What he really wants to do is go to dentistry school, but he'll have to save up a lot of nickel and dime tips to get there. So he puts up with George. On this particular trip out west, the passengers are more unruly than usual, especially when the train is stalled for 2 extra days. Their secrets start to leak out and blur with the sleep deprivation hallucinations Baxter is having. When he finds a naughty postcard of 2 men, Baxter's memories and longings are reawakened. Keeping the postcard puts his job in peril, but he can't part with it and his thoughts of Edwin Drew, Porter's instructor. So that sounds really, really good. That's The Sleeping Car Porter by Suzette Mayr, out from Coach House Books. And it is coming out, according to this, in October of 2022. Let me see if I have an exact date. I do not, just October. So looking for another fantastic queer read to read. There you go. There you go. Okay, let's see if I can open this one easier. Hopefully you guys like this unboxing book mail sort of videos. I'm as surprised as you are as each book comes out. Oh, well, a new novel by Ian McEwan sent to me from Knopf, so I cannot complain there. And this is Lessons by Ian McEwan, out from Knopf. This is coming out in September as well. Let me see. It just says September. This says that when the world is still counting the cost of the Second World War and the Iron Curtain has descended, young Roland Bain's life is turned upside down. He is 2,000 miles from his mother's protective love, stranded at an unusual boarding school, when his vulnerability attracts his piano teacher, Miriam Cornell, leaving scars as well as a memory of love that will never fade. And then 25 years later, Roland's wife mysteriously vanishes, and he finds himself alone with their baby son, forced to confront the reality of his rootless existence. Oh, and in Chernobyl, as the radiation from Chernobyl disaster spreads across Europe, he begins to search for the answers and looks deep into his family history. And oh my gosh, this goes all over time, from the Suez to the Cuban Missile Crisis to the fall of Berlin to the COVID pandemic and climate change. Roland sometimes rides with the tide of history, but more often struggles against it. So, we have the piano lessons from the piano teacher and maybe the lessons of life and history. So that's Lessons by Ian McEwan, out from Knopf here in the United States, coming out in September 2022. This is a little bit of I usually don't think of thick books when I think of Ian McEwan, but there you go. I told you all this was quite a stack, and there have been so many good books in this, using scissors again, stack. So I hope your TBR is absolutely exploding. This is a fun video to do back, by the way, having not been here for a while. Okay, This is from Viking, Pamela Dorman Books, which is one of their imprints. And that is Jobs for Girls with Artistic Flair by June Gervais. And this one comes out on June 1st, 2022. Oh, is this already out? 21st. I'm sorry, June 21st. So it must have just come out, but I just got this in the mail, so I apologize. So introvert Gina Mully is determined to become a tattoo artist. You guys know I'm a tattoo fan. And to find somewhere she belongs in the conventional Long Island town. But this is 1985 when tattooing is still a gritty, male-dominated fringe culture, and Gina's funky flash is not exactly mainstream tattoo flair. The good news is that her older brother Dominic owns a tattoo shop, and he reluctantly agrees to train her. Gina has a year to prove herself, but the world is turned upside down when the mysterious psychic and his striking assistant Anna arrive on the scene. With Anna's help, Gina recognizes the only way she has a shot at becoming a professional tattoo artist is to stand up for herself and embrace her quirkiness, both of her art and her life. Ooh, queer love story, queer love story. Tattoos, queer love story. What else do we need, people? So that's Jobs for Girls with Artistic Flair by June Gervais. This is out again. It appears that it's already out on June 21st. Sorry, opening book mail, can't check dates. But this one sounds really, really good. Out from Viking. Thank you very much, Viking. Okay, now I said I get books in all sorts of different packages. This is one of the ones that I get that I always struggle with. Now it has this thing to tear, but it doesn't always work, and this time it worked. But sometimes it comes and it takes me like 10 minutes to get into this. Oh, this is from Vintage. It is a collection of short stories called Objects of Desire by Clare Sestanovich. And I'm saying that wrong. Let me see. I just want to make sure that there's no one else I need to credit. Yes, no translators or anything. And the beginning says, smart and accomplished. Her gifts is to make ordinary moments shine brightly. A college freshman traveling home strikes up an odd, ephemeral, and I'm having trouble reading today, friendship with the couple next to her on the plane. A mother prepares for her son's wedding, her own life unraveling as his comes together. A long-lost stepbrother's visit to New York prompts a family reckoning with old taboos. A wife considers the secret her marriage once contained. In Clare's fresh, powerful stories, thrilling desire and melancholic yearning animate women's lives from the brink of adulthood to the labyrinth path between 20 and 30 to middle age. So this, I think, is out already. I think this is the paperback version of it, so you can get your hands on this one. That's Objects of a Desire by Clare Sestanovich, out from Vintage Books. Okay, Clare. That sounds really good. Oh, see, this is what happens when I open book mail. I'll be like, oh, that looks really interesting. Maybe I'll just take a peek. And then I read the book and I forget about the rest of the book. Okay, so sometimes I do get beautiful finished copies of books, and that's what appears to be in this one right here. So, oh, I saw this one. Yes, I am super excited about this. So this is called The Lunar Housewife by Carolyn Woods, and this is out also from DoubleDay, I believe. Hold on one second. Yes, from DoubleDay. Look at how beautiful that cover is. It's got sort of a Jackie O feel to it, right? Sorry, it's got a glare, and then my light gives it an extra glare. Okay, so New York, 1953. Louise Lethauser's star is on the rise. She's filed some of the best pieces at her boyfriend Joe's brand new literary magazine downtown, albeit under a male pseudonym. Her relationship still makes her weak at the knees, and the science fiction romance she's writing on the side, The Lunar Housewife, is going swimmingly. But when she overhears Joe and his business partner fighting about listening devices and death threats, Louise can't help but investigate, and she quickly finds herself wading into dangerous waters. I don't know that I want to know much more. I love that she's a writer. She's writing a sci-fi book on the side, and it's going to be a mystery. What else do you need? So that's The Lunar Housewife by Carolyn Woods, and this is out from Vintage. You know what? There may be a paper in here that gives me a date, so hold on one second. No, it didn't come with a paper. Okay, so I don't know if this came out just now or is coming out very, very soon, but get your hands on it because that sounds like a doozy. Sounds really, really fun. So last but not least, and sometimes Penguin, I love you very, very much. You send me these giant boxes, but usually there is only one book inside, and it's usually hardback, which is fine. But it's usually a big one. I think the Book of Jacobs by Olga came in a box this size, and it is really the only thing that's in the box. Let's see if I can. Oh, I'm gonna need the scissors again. This is really chatty for me. I don't normally go this off the cuff. I hope you all are enjoying this video. Bubble wrap, which I believe some children, and I am so excited about this book that I just saw in this little old box here, y'all. So this is Our Colors by Gengoroh Tagame. This is translated by Ishii, and he is the writer of the graphic novel series My Brother's Husband, which I absolutely loved. And so I want to say thank you so much to Pantheon for sending me this beautiful finished copy. It is so beautiful, everyone. Look at, I'm just going to show you some of the art. Some of the art is just, and how beautiful is this book? Oh my goodness. Okay. Our Colors is a beautiful coming-of-age story describing the complicated inner feelings of characters whose coming-out narratives are at least as nuanced as their day-to-day relationships with others. So, it's a coming-out story. Let's see what it says on the inside. Set in contemporary suburban Japan, Our Colors is the story of Sora Itoda, a 16-year-old aspiring painter who experiences his world in synthetic hues of blues and reds. Governed by the emotional turbulence of being a teenager, he wants to live honestly as a young gay man in high school, but that is still not acceptable in Japanese society. His best friend and childhood confidant is Nao, a young woman who everyone thinks is, or should be, his girlfriend, and it would be the easiest thing to play along. She knows he's gay, but knows too how hard it is to live one's truth in their situations. Sora's world changes forever when he meets Mr. Amamiya, and I'm saying that horribly wrong, a middle-aged gentleman who is the owner and proprietor of a local coffee shop and who is completely unapologetically out as a gay man. A mentorship and friendship ensues, and Sora comes out to him and agrees to paint a mural in the shop. And Mr. Amamiya counsels him platonically about how to deal with who he is, but it won't be easy. Okay. I may stop what I'm doing and just read this right now. I loved My Brother's Husband. I think this book is absolutely gorgeous. And that's Our Colors by Gengoroh Tagame, translated from the Japanese by Ishii. There's two I's there at the end. I want to get Anne's last name right. Out very soon, clearly, from Pantheon Books. Thank you so much for this beautiful, beautiful finished copy. So I'm going to try to stack these so you can see all of the books. This was a really good book mail opening, if I do say so myself. So many different types of books, all different types of stories, things that are from all around the world, translated literature, queer literature, oh my goodness. And one Booker winner, so there you go. I hope you guys like this. This was very different for me. I don't normally do this type of stuff, but as always, if you're a return subscriber, I say thank you very, very much. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you always come back for more. If you are new to my channel, thank you. I hope this unboxing video makes you want to stay around. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, do that. Helps my channel grow. Really, really appreciate it. As always, I encourage you to read globally, shop locally, and until next time, I wish you happy reading. Bye, everybody.